All right, what's going on, everybody? Just give another minute or two, and then we'll get started. Looks like it's a bit of a quiet Sunday, but yeah, got a whole bunch to go through. So yeah, if you're watching this after the fact, thanks for coming by. Stream's kind of quiet so far, but we'll make do. Yeah, got some mail to go through. I'm gonna open up some packs, and we're gonna do some binder updates today. Like I said, we'll just give it another minute or so, and then we'll get started. Hopefully everyone has a good weekend so far. All right, let's just get right into it. Well, what's going on, everybody? WakoBako here. So as you guys can see by the thumbnail, today we're going to do some binder updates. I've had some mail that came in while I was up in North Carolina, so we're going to check that out. We're going to check out the mini binder, which, spoiler alert, it's almost maxed out. So I'm going to talk about that and some other things I want to add into there to kind of finish it off, especially with the Scarlet and Violet generation kind of winding down. Yeah, and then we're going to update the Jumbo binder today as well, or the XL binder, so that should be fun. But yeah, let's start with the mini binder first, kind of talk about this a little bit. So as you guys have seen this before, good old Vault X mini binders. And this one houses a lot of the Japanese art rares that I've collected. And then this is also where the Crystal EX full arts are that I have. So, I mean, a lot of this you guys have seen before, like especially early on here. But yeah, it's pretty neat. Again, I really like a lot of the art rares. I'm interested to see once we actually get into Gen 10, not this whole mega series we're about to jump into. But yeah, once we get into Gen 10, I'm curious if the art rares are going to carry over or there's some kind of revamp redesign. But yeah, just a bunch of art rares from a bunch of different sets. Obviously, there's a lot more than this, but these are just some of the favorites that I had. I kept getting all the Ogre Pawns just because I thought the mask idea was kind of cool. I even put some of the full art trainers in here because of these new border designs that they did. So here, one spot I need to put is the Hydrapple art rare that's from, what, Heatwave Arena, I think? Yeah, so that one should be pretty nice. And then here, it kind of goes blank. And the reason being is I was originally intending on putting the Gloria Team Rocket cards in here, but since I'm trying to work on the whole set, I kind of have this blank page now. I'm not really sure what to do with it. If there's any of the art rares you think I should pull from, and I know the black and white set is out. You guys saw me kind of go through that with my buddy Alex from /frag. I'm probably going to do a binder just for the black and white set. So again, not really going to fill this, but yeah, if there's any other cool art rares that you don't see that I have in here, definitely throw some suggestions, put in chat, or leave a comment if you're watching this after the fact. But yeah, it's kind of crazy to think that this mini binder is almost full. A lot of great art rares in here, and some that I feel like deserve a lot more recognition. It's also kind of crazy how, like, the Japanese variants of these two specifically are nowhere as expensive as the English ones, even though I think the card quality on these is a lot better. Yeah. So getting on to the next part, Crystal EXs. And this is kind of interesting because I truly think that they're not doing any more of these, at least during this generation. And I say that because if you look at ever since Journey Together came out, they didn't do any more of these. So the things I want to go back and get, obviously I need to get the SAR version of this, the Crystal Charizard, which I have graded, but I need one for this binder. Kind of like I did with the Garchomp here, like I have the SAR right there, so, and the gold as well, so I kind of want to continue that. Same with the shiny Charizard, I need to do the same thing. I know, like, the Greninja Altart, that's kind of out of my price range still, but maybe I'll add it in here at some point in time. But the ones that I can manage, you know, same thing with the Terrapagos. I could probably get that SAR and put it in here. I know there's a SAR for the Gavantula as well. So you got the one for Executor. The Pikachu, that's probably never going to happen. That's another one that's a bit out of the price range. But yeah, I think when they ended off with Terrafest EX, that was kind of the end of these Crystal, or the Terraform Crystal EX, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, it's kind of crazy to think that, like, my sole main objective for this whole generation was to collect as many of these, if not all these, as I could, and it's appearing like I'm pretty close to doing that. Because then again, when you got Battle Partners and Journey Together, they started doing all the full art trainers, right, and the little like shadow trainer with the Pokemon, and then they did the gold variant. So yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure that we're unfortunately done with all of these the Crystal EXs for this generation. Obviously there's none in the black and white set, so yeah, it's kind of crazy. But again, just a few more to clean up, and then to go into the rest of this here. So I have what I need for Journey, or Battle Partners. I keep saying Journey Together. So what I need to do next is get all of these, what I call like the shadow trainers, for Heatwave Arena, and that's going to go in this last spot here. Obviously Ethan's the SAR I wanted to get from that, and that's going to finish this. And again, all the other trainers and stuff for Glory to Team Rocket are going in the Team Rocket binder. I just put these in here because I didn't know where else to put these. Those are the two promos from the theme decks you can get, or the battle decks. So yeah, got two sets of those, and then I got this sitting in here. I pulled this during that stream with Alex from /frag. Unfortunately, it's the only evolution from Terrafest EX I have currently. I used to have the Espeon and the Eevee, but got both great and sold them off. So maybe I'll slowly work on getting the Japanese variants of this, because the English ones are just way too expensive, and it's not really feasible to try and get those. But like I said, it's kind of crazy going through this binder. It reminds me a lot of the Sword and Shield little mini binder I had, where I was going for all the trainer galleries and all the Galarian galleries as well. But yeah, I'm hopefully, again, not with the new Megas, mini series that's coming out. When Gen 10 comes out, hopefully there's something like this, even if it's just art rares for Gen 10. It almost sounds like I'm saying Ben 10. But yeah, I want to get another mini binder and try to do something else like that as well, because I feel like with Sword and Shield era, I was really going like full tilt with that whole set and that whole generation. That's the generation I also got all the promos for. I'm at like 92 or 93% complete for the whole generation. Nowhere near that in Scarlet and Violet, unfortunately. All right, so next, getting into mail day. Now, I bring out the Team Rocket binder because some of this mail here are cards I was missing from the Glory to Team Rocket set, which again, you guys know my opinion and feelings on it. I was kind of disappointed, and Destined Rivals is even worse. But I did say that since it fits in the Team Rocket binder, I'm going to try and complete this set. So I did rearrange this, by the way. I put it in the proper order. So you have Rocket Gang here in the front, which obviously this came out before the English version. I'm just slide this over a little bit. But yeah, so complete Rocket Gang set, and then goes into English Team Rocket. So everything outside of the holos that I have for this set is first edition. I do have some first edition holos as well, but everything from that Dark Alakazam going forward is all first editions. This was one of my big pushes for when I got back into the hobby, was I wanted to complete Team Rocket. And all these cards, I would say, range from barely lightly played to near mint and mint. So I'm glad I got it before the boom happened, because this set is very expensive. Same thing with the Japanese version. So yeah, kind of perfect timing on that one for sure. I do have a first edition Dark Raichu, but I want to get it graded. If it doesn't grade well, I'll just crack it and put it in here. But yeah, eventually I'll have all the English first edition holos as well. But yeah, now getting into the latest and greatest. I know I skipped Team Rocket Returns, but I wasn't collecting at that time. I definitely missed out. And now it's just way too expensive to even try to buy up some of the loose cards from that. So I'm just going to skip it. But we do have the Team Rocket set. Good old glory to Team Rocket. Again, I was kind of disappointed in this, right? They made a lot of poor decisions, in my opinion, of course. But it is what it is. I said that I would work on trying to complete this the best that I could. And then I think what I'll do here with all these extra pages is any shows I go to that I can find, even, you know, any old Team Rocket holos, Japanese or English, or any other like duplicates I get from this set here, I'm just going to fill the rest of this binder out with duplicates. So it'll be a full Team Rocket binder. Excuse me, my voice sounds super weird today for some reason, so I apologize about that. But before, well, obviously we need to add to this first with the stuff that's in here, but I thought it'd be cool because I've been sitting on a whole bunch of these, and I wanted to kind of stockpile them a little bit, even though I'm working on completing this set. But at least today I took a little bit out. We are going to open up some of the Glory to Team Rocket packs. I stacked them in sets of 10 like this. They fit perfectly in the grading sleeves that I put for my CGC graded cards. But yeah, so I bundled them in these little 10-pack bundles like that. So we're going to open some of these after we go through mail and we put everything in the proper order. Now, with that being said, I do have some sleeves. I'm really running out of my Dragon Shields and my Perfect Fits. So, yeah, definitely need to pick up some more of those for sure. You guys will probably recognize this. Another order from Animar Japan. As I talked about in the stream with Alex. What's going on, Wabbit? How we doing? So my buddy Alex, when he was in Japan, he actually went to their physical location, which was kind of neat. Unfortunately, they didn't have any like merch or stickers or anything to bring back. But I told him, I said, hey, let him know that I buy from them all the time. And he was able to pick up some stuff while he was over there, which was kind of neat. Looks like they threw in some kind of extra here, which I appreciate. But yeah, I've shopped from Animar from a long time. It's usually where I get a lot of my art rares and, you know, try to clean up some of these sets. All right, so let's see what at least the bonus card is. It's usually just a little extra little freebie in here. Very nice. Thank you very much. Nothing too crazy there, but put it off to the side. All right, so this is what we're looking for here. And again, I did my best, and I kind of budgeted out to clean up as many of the other cards that I needed for this set. And then obviously there's still some outliers, but like I said, that's why I wanted to open some packs as well, see what else we can get. And luckily, it looks like all these cards are sleeved up, which is nice. Come on. Just slide that out of there. All right, so let's take a look and see what we got and what we can add to. So I did buy 2 of the Team Rocket's Articunos, and there's a reason behind that. I'll get to that in a second. We have Regirock. We have, what is that, Abolive or Arbolove, or what? It's the giant olive creature. We got the Kangaskhan art rare. We got the Houndoom art rare. We got some of the trainers. Again, they're all just Team Rocket grunts to me, but it's all right. We got the Murkrow. We got Team Rocket's Raticate. We got the Satitan, which again doesn't belong in this set whatsoever, but that's my opinion. We got Weezing. We got another random Team Rocket character. We did get, and this should have been Giovanni's Persian, but unfortunately it's Team Rocket's Persian. We got Clamperl, again, just another one that makes absolutely no sense. We did get the Rocket Zapdos, which is kind of nice, especially a little bit of a throwback to the original Rocket Zapdos that came out during the Gym Series generation. Regirock, full art. We did get Team Rocket's Crobat with like the Shadow Trainer in the back. A bunch of these are stuck together, so I want to make sure I got them all. We got the Orbeetle, which again makes absolute no sense in this set. But we did get Rocket's Moltres, which is nice. We did get Again, this should have been Giovanni's Nidoking, but it's Team Rocket's Nidoking. And again, some more of these full art trainers. Of course, good old Giovanni and the full art there. So the reason why I got duplicates of this, and I thought, just double check, make sure they're not stuck together, but I thought I got 2 of the Zapdos as well. Maybe I didn't. But my buddy New Kid, who you guys know, he pops into chat all the time. He's a big fan of the original, you know, the 3 legendary birds. He's also a big fan of the 3 original evolutions. So yeah, I thought I had another one. I'll have to double check, but well, maybe let's look here. Do I have it in this set already? Yeah, I do. All right, perfect. So that actually works out. So New Kid, if you pop in a chat or if you're watching this after the fact, you got at least these 2 for you here. So there you go. And then, like I said, all these other ones should be going in the binder. Let me just take one look real quick. Yeah, because the Rockets Moltres, they did just as the EX in this one. Okay. So, hey, at least he's going to get these 2 here. I was actually hanging out with him yesterday. I'm going to be doing some posts on the community post here on YouTube and then on Instagram later, maybe even in Discord. I finally got him back all of his cards that I've been holding on to him from him when he was overseas. And then we went through the graded card submissions that he had. And I know I should have live streamed it. And he even asked me, he's like, hey, we're going to live stream this. But I kind of wanted to just hang out, you know, and just kind of get caught up and see how he was doing. All is well, of course. But yeah, so let's start plugging these in here, seeing where everything goes. And then, like I said, this should fill out majority of the stuff I was missing. And then obviously we'll look at the higher end stuff that I still need to add into here. But yeah, this should cover most of the spots I was missing. And again, for all the smack I talked about this Team Rocket set, I know you're like, oh, well, why are you completing it? Well, because it's one of those sets that I think is just going to get overlooked. And yeah, it was expensive initially, but it's just going to keep dropping off. Even if I remember correctly, the cards I was missing from this set have dropped a good amount. So it's going to be one of those that I'll piece together the last couple cards that I need. And then, yeah, then it's just going to sit in this binder, and that's where it's going to live the rest of its time. So, but again, I feel like this set could have been so much better. I know everyone has their own opinions, and that's fine. Feel free to share them in chat. And I know we've talked about this a whole bunch before, but yeah, this set was not as good as it should have been. There's so many other things they could have added to this to make this set stand out even more, and just they just didn't. Unfortunately, they kind of dropped the ball. All right, let's put all these here. See what we got. So 104, that's going to go here. And again, once I get some more perfect fits in, I'll go back and re-sleeve these. But it conveniently, again, they already came in at least these sleeves, so I'll take it. Better than nothing, of course. Yeah, I absolutely agree, Wabbit. Like, do I think the dark Pokemon would have saved this set? Maybe not, but it would have been, you know, it would have been a big uptick. But even with just some of the poor choices, especially with the art rares, right? You only have so many slots for these. And again, like this Blaziken is absolutely amazing. Like, I really like this artwork, and I pulled it multiple times. It should have been in Heatwave. Like, it didn't need to be in this set. The Zamazenta, again, it's a beautiful looking card, but they either should have done Zacian and Zamazenta in here, or just not did Zamazenta at all. Like, it just doesn't make sense. They really could have piled in with some of the you know, OG, you know, Team Rocket Pokemon. But again, I don't make those decisions. Unfortunately, if I did, this set would have been a lot better. But even when it gets to, like, the full arts, right, it's just, I don't know. I feel like they really fumbled it. But again, my own opinion. Feel free to chime in chat or leave a comment if you're watching this after the fact. I'm always interested in how people feel about these sets, especially when it's something as iconic as Team Rocket. I am glad that they still call the Japanese set the Glory to Team Rocket compared to the English set where it's or the Destined Rivals, which, sure, like, it doesn't even make sense, but okay. But let's see what else we got here. So it looks like, all right, just organizing this real quick. So it looks like these are going to go first. So let me get to these. They're probably going to do these ones first. Let's see. Oh, what am I missing? What am I missing? All right, so 111, that goes up here. Again, just like this, like that Pokemon makes no sense being in a Team Rocket set. Like, I feel like they just wasted so many good spots on just random stuff. Like Titan, cool Pokemon. What does that have to do with Team Rocket? It doesn't. Again, it's all my opinion. I know I'm kind of old record saying it over and over. Well, let's see. All right. I feel like I'm off. I feel like I miscounted somehow. Let me look at this again. So everything here, good there, good here, good here, good here, good here, good, good. All right, okay. 99. Okay, so I think that's what threw me off, because I was expecting 101 to be here. So yeah, it is off just by that one, but it's intentional. It's not like I messed something up. All right, so this is 117. So we got 118 here in the top. That was the other thing too, right? The Persian that came out, what, 3 or 4 sets ago? The one where it's just looking out the window like it's sitting in Giovanni's office. That would have been a perfect fit for this. Yeah, it's... they could have done creative work. Absolutely. I completely agree. And that's a good thing. Like, you and me are always on the same page with this kind of stuff. So it's good to know that I'm not just the only one that feels this way. And again, I feel like if you guys just see this binder alone, you know how big of a Team Rocket fan I am. But again, just, it's unfortunate, but it's all good. If they ever do anything else with Team Rocket, hopefully they learn from this mistake, and they kind of, you know, do it a little bit right, or do it better this next time around. All right, so not too bad. Let's do it one more flip through. All right, and again, there weren't like reverse hollows or Pokeball reverses or anything like that for this set, unfortunately. So this is another reason why it's a bit easier to complete this. But yeah, same thing. This Spy Ops or whatever it's called just doesn't make any sense. But anyway. Yeah, and that was the other thing I was thinking about too, Wabbit. It's like, especially because I said I am sitting on a bunch of these packs, like, and again, I'm doing these bundles of 10, but I feel like unless we hit another big milestone or some other kind of celebration, like, I just want to get some more packs while they're cheap and just sit on them. But I think, yeah, that's as far as I have for all the hits there. So let me look at, I'm going to open up the app real quick. I won't be able to see chat for a second, but just bear with me. So open up Japanese, and they're already starting to advertise the Mega, which again, this isn't a full generation, mind you. It is a, I'm calling it an in-between series, right? It's a series more than a generation. So they're going to do however many Mega sets, and then we'll actually get into the next generation. So I had a lot of people like upset that I said that when I talked about it last time, but it is what it is. All right, so obviously some of the bigger cards I need here, right? These are all the higher end cards. So Team Rocket's Moltres, the SAR, Team Rocket's Mewtwo SAR, Crobat SAR. We get Ariana, Giovanni, and then all the gold cards. So not that much left. I think if anything, what I'll do is, and I already have it in my cart, but I'll get these last 5, right? Because again, they're much cheaper than the top 3. And then again, just whether I go to shows and I can kind of, you know, trade and use cash, or just straight up trade, or just straight up buy them. I will eventually get these last 3 and complete this set. I don't know when, but hopefully they keep going down in price before that point in time. But since I did pull out a couple packs, let's try our luck again. It's only 10 packs, right? And it's just from it's not all from the same place. When I was buying a bunch of the loose packs that I have, I made sure to get them from random places. Because again, I know everyone's kind of frowning upon buying loose packs currently, especially with, you know, all these different magnets and this skin and this trick or this or that. But yeah, again, it's just one of those things where, you know, yeah, it'd be cool to buy another booster box, but like Wabbit said and said perfectly, with how few cards that I need left, I'm better off just trying to buy those last couple cards or just doing fun little openings like this. But without further ado, 10 packs of Glory to Team Rocket. Let's see if we can get something out of these, right? Even if we get a duplicate, I'll take it. So, starting off with Mimikyu. We get, yeah, whatever the first form of the spider. We get good old Primeape throwing fists. We get Squawkabilly, and behind that... Ooh, okay. That's actually perfect. So, how funny is that? So, I'm actually glad that we got that because that's going to go perfectly with the other two cards for good old new kid. So there you go. So you get Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. So there you go, bud. You got all three. And that's actually that was actually pretty sick that we got that. Weird timing for sure. All right, move this off to the side. All right. Get my little trash bag here. All right, let's keep going. Let's see if we can get anything else, right? And again, if you're interested in this set, I would just buy loose packs, even though people are recommending not to do that. Just everyone's own opinion, right? But they're so cheap right now, and even if you did the math, right, if you're buying loose packs compared to buying a booster box, you can literally buy... What's going on, Squirrel Gang? How we doing? Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. I'm super excited about it, and you know, after I made that post on Instagram yesterday, I got a lot of feedback and a lot of people's support, so I do appreciate it. But yeah, I think I was doing the math. If you buy loose Team Rocket packs compared to buying a booster box, like, you can get a booster box worth for cheaper than getting the booster box. If that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but again, that's what I was doing with these, right? Especially because a lot of the other packs I'm sitting on, I'm just going to sit on them. They're just going to stay with the sealed collection. So, all right, the Team Rocket BOMB. All right, come on. There we go. Move that off to the side. Anywho, let's see what we got in this one. We got Drowsy. We got Breloom. Was that Titan's first form? I don't remember its name. And we get the Houndoom. All right. Let's see what else we can get here. Again, if we don't pull anything, it's all good. I mean, we did get the Moltres, so I can't complain about that. It's nice to see for sure. Let me just put this down for just a second. All right. Let's put that right there. Perfect. All right. All right. We got Dark Arbok. I mean, Team Rocket's Arbok. We get, what is that? Chimecho. I probably butchered that one. We get Skarmory. And, oh, okay, nice. Another EX. All right. You know, that's pretty good, especially because, you know, in a full booster box, you're only getting, you know, a handful of the EXs. So it's nice to see that we did pull a few of them. Let me pull out Moltres just for a little bit, just so we can keep track of the hits. All right. Good old Hypno. I think what would be cool, and while I'm thinking about it, I'm just going to blur it out because my brain's just weird. It would be cool to see a future set, right? Maybe even in Gen 10, where they do like a light versus dark set. Not necessarily how they're doing like black and white, because that was how they broke down that gen. But meaning like you have a set of dark Pokemon and in the same set you have light Pokemon. I think it'd be kind of neat because it's been a long time since we've seen either. And I know there was a lot of fan favorites in both the dark types and the light types. So fusing them into one set would actually be pretty sick. All right, Porygon 2, what you got behind you? Ooh, nice. I'll take that. Good old Tyranitar. All right, let's move these over to the side here. Let's put you right over here. There we go. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good weekend. Yesterday kind of went by a blur. Like I said, I was hanging out for a little bit. I had to run some errands, and then I was hanging out with New Kid for a bit. I think the next thing I'll do is next time I get a chance to hang out with New Kid, I'm either going to go to his place again and we'll look at all his collection, which I should have did that yesterday, or I'll have him come here. Yeah, I mentioned it. So, Squirtle, they mentioned that for the English side, or you talk about for the Japanese version? Because obviously, I mean, I opened up a bunch of black and white, and yeah, there's an insane amount of the art rares. That would be sick, Web. A new AR Gold Duck for sure. Yeah, you know what's so funny? Like, gotcha. So there's people at the Collecticon this weekend up in New Jersey, and I'm not gonna call anyone out, right? Because that's none of my business. But there's already people with the brand new English black and white set pushing ETBs, pushing all the products. So I don't know how that works. Do you guys know when official release for that set is? Because I mean, unless it came out yesterday, which I honestly haven't been keeping up. Good old Giovanni. Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird to see. But I mean, if the pull rates are that way for English, then I mean that's awesome. That's also mean that the art rares are going to be super cheap. So it might be worth picking up if you see some of your favorite arts, or you know, if you're trying to collect all of them. But yeah, I think if anything, I'll just keep working on the Japanese set, because again, it still is cheaper. But I don't know. Yeah, same here. Ooh, nice. Another holo. And again, like that Pokemon's weird, but yeah, hopefully cheap art rares for sure. And it's one of those things where, and I mean, Squirrel, you know just as well as I do and everyone else, like if you're working on like trying to complete that set, the art rares, just give it like a week or two. And I mean, like maybe even wait a month, just because initially they're all going to be greatly overpriced. Even if it's like the most low end art rare, it's still going to be crazy expensive. So maybe it's worth just looking at the set list, seeing what's in there, and then you know, then kind of picking and choosing there. Kind of like what I did with this here with Team Rocket. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I mean, hey, it'll never be, and I say this as a joke, but I'm serious. It's never going to be as bad as Prismatic. Yeah, the thing is to buy just, yeah, absolutely, for sure. I completely agree with that. Last pack of Glory to Team Rocket, by the way. But yeah, I think Pokemon Company learned their lesson when they put out Prismatic, and the pull rates were literally the worst ever, like in the entire TCG's history. So I think they learned that mistake. I doubt they'll ever do that again. Even with specialty sets or, you know, crazy EV focused sets, I think they really lost a lot of people in the beginning of this year of having the first set of the year drop like that. And it was immediately overpriced, and the pull rates were terrible on top of it. So yeah, I think they burned a lot of people, honestly. And yes, the sets that came after were okay, but it was a rough way to start the year. So I'm interested to see how these mega sets are going to do. Again, I'm not a big fan of them recycling stuff over and over again, but people are super excited about megas. There's no mega evolution that I was excited about when they introduced them the first time and the second time. So yeah, not so many SIRs in black. What? Yeah, that's fair. I think the tough ones are going to be the BW rares, right? The monochrome Zekrom and the monochrome Reshiram. And they're also putting the Victini, the red one, in the set, which it was a Japanese exclusive promo. So yeah, that should be interesting. But I don't know. I'll keep my eye on it. You know, if I can find, you know, inventory around now that, you know, I have a stable, steady job, and, you know, maybe things have calmed down a little bit. But I literally haven't been to Walmart, Target, Best Buy, anywhere in forever. So, and Squirtle, I see it that way too. Where, like, I don't want to sound like and again, it's just all my opinion, right? But there are some people like yourself that haven't experienced it, so it's fresh for them. But as long as I've been collecting and just seeing the trends, like what's going to stop them from doing GXs again? And then how long is it going to be before we see Vs and V Maxes and V Stars again? You know what I mean? It's, and I get it, but like I'd rather than be innovative and try something brand new and different. Bring back amazing rares. You know what I mean? Like bring back some of those things that were very, very limited or small quantity that they never did again for whatever reason. But again, I do agree with what you're saying. If you've never experienced the megas, you know, it should be cool. I'm interested to see what people think. But anyway, let's see what's behind this last card here. Ooh, nice. I'll gladly take that. The good old, what, Infernape? Or Annihilate? Yeah, Annihilate. Infernape. It's one of them, but not bad. I mean, out of 10 packs, we got 3 holos, so that's not too bad. And then, of course, we got the 2 EXs. And conveniently enough, right, the one for New Kid, especially because I did get him the other 2 legendary birds. So there you go. Super excited about that. And again, got some dupes here, so not too bad. I am sitting on a whole bunch more packs, but I'm not going to open them, guys. Like I said, I want to complete the set that I'm working on, and then just kind of hold on to a bunch of sealed packs and see how it goes from there. Okay, now this is the fun part. So I do have the Jumbo or the XL binder, which I may have to zoom us out just a little bit more, so bear with me while I'm making those adjustments. But we do have some new Chinese Pokemon cards to add to the Jumbo binder, so bear with me while I try and make this adjustment. Just a heads up, the camera's going to shake a little bit. I'm not bumping into it. I'm just adjusting the tripod. This is where I wish I had like a cutaway scene where you guys could just see like that, you know, something in the background. But it's because I'm doing all this on my phone. But bear with me. I'm going to move this just a little bit. So let's see the safest and simplest way to do this without knocking everything over. Let's go there. And again, bear with me. I know the camera's going to be all over the place for a second. All right, pretty zoomed out there. Maybe too zoomed out, but I'll make some adjustments here. Hold on. There we go. How's that looking? Still crazy zoomed out, but let's see. Let's lay the Mega Binder down. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Still doesn't even fit, but it's all good. Let me try and open this up and I'll lay it back down. All right. This is going to be tough for sure. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, that looks decent. It's not as perfect as I wanted to, but I don't have all the space in the world in this setup that I'm using, so as you guys can see here, this is the completed Chinese Gem Pack Volume 1. Finally completed. Can't believe I pulled the Captain Pikachu so many times. But the next saga for this binder is the Gem Pack Volume 2. And again, this is going to be a little bit awkward to try and get this all in here. So move some stuff over, make some adjustments. Slide this over a little bit and give us some more room, as much as we can get. All right, you can almost lay it all the way flat. We're going to work with that. And I'm trying to do it without knocking anything off or bumping anything else over. Let me swing this up just a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Okay. Again, it's not going to be perfect, so bear with me, but we are going to start on this next side here. Might just stand up for this one. So where? Oh, here it is. All right. So I know it's a Dragon Shield, but it's just all the cards from this set that I'm going to put in here. See if I can get all these out safely and securely. Those are not too bad. I got most of them. All right. So one of my previous streams, you guys saw that we opened up a lot of the Gem Pack Volume 2. I am missing some cards from this set, obviously, but that's kind of the reason why I want to get the binder set up, see what we're missing. And I know there's someone on Instagram that has a whole bunch of extra cards that they don't want or need. So once I figure this out, obviously I'm going to reach out to them. But again, the convention on this one, or the naming convention, the set number is a little bit interesting. So that says 1/1/15. So this is the first card, right? And the first artwork of this card. And then you see, obviously, it goes from there, right? So then you have 3, and they kind of alternate, right? So you'll have one EV and then the other, and then all the different artwork and styles. So I'm going to do my best to keep this in order. It might get a little bit chaotic, but we'll make do with what we got. Let me see if I can make a little bit more adjustment here. Move this out of the way. Nope, that doesn't move at all. Okay. I tried to get as far as we could, folks, but there we go. Okay, that's not bad. I'll work with that. Again, you're going to get glare on both sides, over here and over there. But you get a cool reflection of everything that's sitting up top. So, all right. So, and again, this is what I'll be doing for the rest of the stream. If this isn't your thing, it's all good. I appreciate you coming by and appreciate you hanging out. Make sure you hit that like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you are subscribed, I truly appreciate it. Make sure you guys check out the Discord. Always got stuff going on in there. That's also where I post, when we're doing the live stream, so on and so forth. What's going on, man? How we doing? All right. We'll make do with that. It's as zoomed out as I can get it without changing everything else. But let's get to it. So slot number 1. Go here. And again, especially with this set being a bit cheaper, even though it is heavily focused with EVs, I kind of want to work on this just like I did with Gem Pack Volume 1. All right. And the good thing is, right, so the main thing you want to reference, right, as you're putting these in binders, is that middle number there, right? That's going to keep you on track. Obviously, we know all this stack is going to be EV, and that's the total, but that middle number is what you want to reference, right? So it's like right there, I'm missing number 5, so I just need to move on to number 6. Yep, and we're going to get glare. I do apologize, right? Number 7. 8. Like I said, I opened up 3 boxes, 3 complete booster boxes. That's 45 packs in total. So we definitely got a good amount of this set. But, again, with the connect I have on Instagram, hopefully she has all the ones that I'm missing. If not, then I'm just going to piecemeal them like I did before. All right, so there's number 11. Obviously, 12 goes there. 13 sits here. 14, 15. So, in theory, differently than how we did the first one, I can almost fit all of them on one page itself. And then if I get any duplicates or anything down here, that's where that's going to sit. So, and again, I'll go through and make adjustments, right? Because obviously try and keep it as even as possible. But, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, not bad, not bad. All right, so next is Vaporeon. Again, same thing, rinse, repeat. And again, this is 2 out of 14, and then obviously all the middle numbers. That's what we need to keep paying attention to. Number 2. And again, you have those alternating arts there. Same kind of reverse stamps that we saw previously. All right, we actually have 5 this time. This is that crazy star pattern. And I think this is going to be neat, too, because it's definitely different than how I did the Gem Pack Volume 1. So I think this binder is going to turn out really nice. And again, this one's going to be heavily focused on the Chinese sets. And I know there's all the 151 Chinese sets that I'm drastically behind on. But again, I'll work with this, right, as they do these gem packs. And maybe I'll focus that. And then when they're done, I'll start putting the 151 sets in here. But I do like how they did this set here with all the different crazy reverses. So 10, 11, 12. Did I do that right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12. Let me look over here. 12. Why is that? Why do I feel like I messed it up? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So 5 goes there. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So then how did I mess up over here already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't have 10. That's card 12. 13. All right. I don't know. That's breaking my brain because that... I don't know. That's weird to me, right? Like, I'm not the only one seeing that. No, you're all good, Hilario. No worries, man. It is all good. I'll go back and make some adjustments, but luckily, you know, I don't have to do too much shifting because they're all going to have their own page. So let's just keep rolling. I don't want to eat up too much of your guys' time. I do appreciate everyone that came through. So here we go. Starting off with Jolteon, which, again, this is where it kind of goes off the rails because Jolteon and then Flareon. And then, yeah, so it gets weird. But, again, we'll keep pushing on. So there's number 1. We got number 2. 3. 4. And again, if anyone knows, or if anyone in chat has bulk from this set, or knows someone that does, feel free to reach out to me, ping me in Discord, hit me up on Instagram. I definitely want to try and complete this set. And, you know, it'd be better if I can get a lot from one person instead of having, like, go on eBay and buy from, like, 4 or 5 different people. Okay. Oh, you know what? No. So, okay. I forgot that there's 2 different... Sorry. There's 2 different stamps. So these other ones here... That's fine, because I need the other stamp that goes here. Okay, so I'm on track. All right, there we go. So that's all it took was for me to realize that I have both of the stamps for this next one. So 11 goes here. 12, so both stamps. 13. So then the only thing I'm missing here is the VMAX. And then whatever's last. Oh, so there's only 14. Okay, so that's where the variance is going to be also. Not every single evolution in this set got the triple rare / SAR. So some of these ones that have 15. So like Vaporeon doesn't get one. Eevee does get one though. So there's going to be, this page here will be a VMAX, which is also a triple star. And then you'll have the art rare, or the SAR rather, that goes in that last slot. All right. That's all right. We're figuring it out as we go along. Even though it seems simple, it's just matching up numbers and putting them in the right spot. But it's all good. After stream today, I'm going to organize a couple more things, make sure I have this binder situated. And then I'm going to get caught up with some gaming, especially because I didn't really do much gaming yesterday. And I go back to work tomorrow. So... hopefully, you know, my routine kind of settles itself out, you know, as this next week goes along. But, again, if you missed the big announcement, I talked about it in yesterday's stream. I talked about it on Instagram this morning. I do appreciate all the support. And, again, I'm super excited to be in the position where I'm at. And I'm super excited to get into this next week, do some more training, and just keep on learning as much as I can. So, all right. So 10, 11, 12. No, unfortunately, I don't, John. I only have one. And that's what I was kind of just mentioning. Like, I'm trying to find people that have some of the cards I'm missing, but that's also the reason why I wanted to do this. So, like, I have the VMAX here. And then that's going to be the last card for good old Flareon. But no, you'll see here in just a second, I only have one of the art rares for this set. Oh, very nice. That's awesome. Yeah, that probably would have been a good idea to do, right? But yeah, they're pretty cool. Obviously, there's some of them that are more expensive than others, but if you're able to buy the full set like that, that's absolutely sick. It's going to be another one of those, just like I did with Gem Pack Volume 1. I'll slowly complete over time, and then obviously as I get those last couple cards, we'll do another binder update so everyone can check it out. And then I'll probably have that just in time for Volume 3 to come out. But yeah, this XL binder is going to be focused on a lot of the Chinese sets. 7, I don't have that, so that goes there. And the other thing, another way you could look at this too, right? You could just try to pair them up, right? And make sure that you have at least 2 of each thing there. Yep, Master Ball, Master Ball. And then 13, 14, wait. Yeah, 13 goes here and then 14. Okay. Now the Umbreons, everyone's favorite. You know, I haven't checked, John. I'm probably going to check immediately after the stream today. If I was to guess, they probably fluctuate a little bit down, especially because, like, I don't know. I mean, there could be a lot of variables to that. It could have gone down. It could have gone up because who knows how much of this they actually printed. You know what I mean? So if they only did, like, a limited print run of this, then yes, all those will inevitably go up, especially as they're a little more expensive and harder to find. But I don't know. I'll have to double check. Would definitely like to get the other 3, though. I did pull one of the energies, which I feel like the energies are harder to pull than the art rares. So maybe I got lucky there. Again, I'm not missing too many of these, which I'm very excited about. I did do pretty well out of, 45 packs. All right, go old Leafeon. Yes, I did finish Gem Pack Volume 1. Once I'm done putting all the cards in here, I'll flip to the front of the binder where Gem Pack 1 will live out the rest of its days. But yeah, did complete that one. I pulled 3 of the Captain Pikachus throughout the amount of packs I opened up for that one, which was super exciting. Nope, that goes here because that's... Yeah, 14. So that means Leafeon has an art rare. Who's your favorite of the Eevees? It's a good question. I mean, obviously I'm not the biggest fan of Eeveelutions in general, but I really like Jolteon. I wish they would do another type or a handful of other types, right? And we've talked about this almost every stream that we talk about Eevees. They need to drop some more types, right? There's so many other... so many other variants they could do, right? It would be sick to see a Ghost Eevee or a Dragon Eevee or a Ground Eevee. I mean, a Flying Eevee. There's so many other ones that they could do, which would be absolutely sick. But maybe they'll surprise us. Obviously, we won't see it with the Mega set that's coming out. This little, like, sub-gen or sub-series. Because, again, keep in mind, it's not the brand new generation, right? Gen 10, maybe we'll see some new evolutions, but that's got to be something they're working on, you know what I mean? Like, yes, Sylveon came out how long ago? But, like, that was the last evolution we got, and it's been a long time since Sylveon's been out, so it would be cool to see some new ones for sure. That goes here. I get both mat? Nope, I do not. 9. Did get both the stamps on that one, so that's kind of nice. All right, so again, I'm not missing that many for each of these, which I'm super excited about. All right, getting to the last page, and we were just talking about it, good old Sylveon. So this one's cool, if you guys haven't seen this before. So as they alternate, cover down on both of Sylveon's types, which I thought was pretty smart. So you get the fairy type, which again is it's not a thing in the current Pokemon generation. They did away with fairy types a long time ago. But it is cool to see that the Chinese set kind of brought it back, at least in this capacity here. 9. This binder keeps messing me up because you have to keep like flipping between. All right, so we get 11. So this one fits like 1,000 cards. It's an XL binder. I'll show you the company that makes it, but yeah, I think it's over 1,000, which is absolutely insane because I'll probably never fill this binder. But I think it works perfectly with these sets like this, right? And that's the reason why I got this in the first place. With the Chinese sets having all these different variants, I think it's such a nice way to do it. It's extremely ridiculous, right? Like it's overkill for sure. Oh yeah, ready for Volume 3, Volume 4, any of the upcoming Chinese sets I'm ready for sure. All right, so here. This is the only art rare that I have so far. Absolutely beautiful Sylveon. And it's so funny because someone in chat called this, which was sick that we pulled it in that perfect timing. But that goes there. And then the last bit that we have, right? So we have some of these cards here, which, again, I need to look this up, but this is 10-2, so that's going to go there. And then you have the energies, right, which I'm going to put on the same page, right, because there's not many of either one of these. But that is number 5. So that's going to go here on the end, like, well, there might be, I don't know, I have to look at the set list again. I don't have it in front of me, but I think there's a couple items. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3 items, and then 1, 2, 3 energy. Wait. There's 3 total energies, right? So maybe this, I think that goes there. So you get, because the energies come with non-stamped and stamped. Yeah, so 6 total. But what are the other ones here, right? It's the Pokeball variants, right? Right, 2 of each, stamped, non-stamped. Yeah, because there's one behind that. So that's 5 of 6. So 6 goes there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, the SAR. Thank you. I forgot about that. Yeah, you get what is that? What is her name? Yeah, I forgot the SAR. Good call on that one, John. Appreciate it. All right. So that's what we got so far for Gem Pack Volume 2. Again, did pretty well. I'm not missing too much. Obviously, I'm missing some of the higher end stuff. But I do like how this is organized. And it's cool because Gem Pack Volume 1 was very different. So let me flip back over so John can check out good old Gem Pack Volume 1 in its completion. Now, I did this one different. Penny. Yep, thank you, thank you. I thought it was her alter ego, but yeah, it's Penny. So what I did differently for this one, John, so obviously we have more than the 5 here, but skip ahead a few pages. I continue them on the top rows here, the ones that have all the extra cards. So hopefully that makes sense, but we'll keep going through. But yeah, this is a complete set. I do have all of them, and again, I kept them in their rows. Not every single one, and obviously after Pikachu, all this drops off. Yeah, so it's going to be lined up the same way. So Pokeballs here. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty much how it's going to look on that last page as well. So that should be pretty nice. And then again, if I get any other duplicates, I'll go there. So the reason why I did it this way, I know this looks confusing, but because some of these didn't have the triple rares, I just kind of, I don't know. I know that looks confusing to some people, but it makes sense to me. So the ones that didn't get these triple rares, I just spread it out. So it kind of does create a cool little pattern here. Oh my goodness. That would be sick for sure. But that's, I don't know. Yeah, main set, yeah. Yeah, these ones were absolutely beautiful. I pulled duplicates of WakoBako. And then, like I said, I pulled 3 of the Captain Pikachus. Yeah, and that's the crazy thing too, right? Because the energies are, I honestly feel like they're harder to pull. In all of the boxes I opened up, I think I only pulled one of these energies. I bought all the other ones. I pulled the SAR in the same box. I want to say the same box I pulled the Captain Pikachu, honestly. But yeah, so there's Gem Pack 1 complete. Obviously, Gem Pack 2 is in progress. But again, I'm not missing that much, so I'm actually kind of excited about this. I'm going to have to do some research today and kind of map out what else I need. But yeah, so it'll be 2 other Pokeballs, SAR, energy, energy, energy. But 66 minutes into the stream, kind of a shorter stream compared to the last couple, but that's all I really have for you guys today. Let me flip this back over so John can see the brand for this, in case you are interested. Obviously not sponsored by any means, even though that'd be sick. But yeah, so there we go. Collect a Beast. They do all the different sizes, but okay, gotcha. But yeah, that concludes today's stream. Again, I appreciate everyone coming through. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, that's the other one I might start putting in here, John. Once the gem packs are done, I might start backfilling with the Collect 151. Hey, if you have any dupes, though, especially if you have Gem Pack Volume 2, reach out to me on Discord. Send me some pictures. Yeah, the Master Balls are insane for sure. But yeah, if you have any dupes or any of the cards that I'm missing, feel free to reach out. I would love to work something out with you and see if we can get it figured out. But that's going to do it for today's stream, guys. I'm going to clean up a little bit. I'm going to eat lunch, and then I'm getting into some gaming. I truly appreciate you coming by. The link for Discord is down below, or you can check out the channel page if you haven't joined already. But yeah, let me give shout-outs real quick, and we'll get rolling. So, John, appreciate you coming through. Bad Wabbit, of course. Hilario, thanks for coming by. Squirtle Gang. I think, yeah, that was it for today. Not a pretty quiet Sunday, but it's all good. Let people enjoy their weekends. Yeah, that's going to do it for me, guys. Again, thank you so much for coming through. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm looking forward to work, which I know most people don't say that, but yeah, I'm excited to be working a job that I'm passionate about, and it's in a field that I really, really enjoy. So, but again, that's going to do it for me, guys. I'm WakoBako. Take it easy. See you guys.